And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. A good many stories have been written about the fabulous days of California's gold rush. Some true, some fiction, some based on fact. But this story doesn't quite fit into any of these categories. I call it Gold Lake. It is early spring, 1850, and it's been a long, dull winter, at least to Mel Hardin, editor of the Downeyville Clarion.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Mr. Hardin.
Hello, Mel.
Oh, hello, honey. Usual?
You, referring to me or the whiskey?
Honey, you're the only unusual thing in this whole darn town.
I'll take care of him, Sam. Sounds like you're having headline trouble.
Let's see. How can I get a newspaper out with no news?
Well, you could announce the date of our wedding.
Honey, I'm in no mood for jokes.
Who's joking?
I need something to attract attention. Something that can put in great big headlines. I give my left arm for a good headline.
Whiskey, a double.
Yes, sir.
The best in the house, please, bartender.
You heard the gentleman, Sam? Best in the house. On me, sir.
Well, now, that's right friendly of you, sir. To your good health.
We thank you. Here, have another.
Now that you mention it, don't mind if I do.
Why don't we sit down at the table? We can both be more comfortable.
After you, sir, after you.
You, come a long way, Mr.
Stoddard. Tom Stoddard, the name.
Oh, I'm Mel Hardin, the editor here in town.
Howdy.
How are you?
Howdy.
Where did you get that stuff, Mr. Stoddard?
Eh?
I said, where did you get that stuff?
Oh, that?
Uh-huh.
North Fork of the Feather. Whole lake full of it out there.
A whole lake full?
That's right. From shore to shore.
Mr. Stoddard, I've never heard of anything like that in my whole life. A whole lake full of gold?
Well, not exactly. A whole lake full of what's in that bag.
Gravel.
Well, I apologize, my friend. But, well, a man can work up a powerful thirst when he's been prospecting all winter without finding an ounce of dust. And, well, that little bag is always good for 1 or 2 drinks. No hard feelings, I hope.
No, not at all. Here, drink all you want. Harry! Oh. Give Mr. Stoddard anything he wants and put it on my bill.
Oh, no. Now, hold on there. Me buffaloing you out of a drink is one thing, but, well, I don't like to accept too much when I ain't got nothing to give in return.
Mr. Stoddard, you'd be surprised what you've just given me.
Oh?
Nice name there.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Here's your paper, Mayor.
Oh, thank you, Sandy.
I'll leave yours on the table, Mr. Faversham.
Thank you, Sandy.
I don't know why I keep taking this paper. There's never anything in it worth reading.
Me too. Lake of gold found. Prospector reveals discovery to Clarion editor.
Wait a minute.
Lake of gold found, Slim.
I think we'll find Starter over there. Let's go over there. Let's go right over there.
I keep on
Well, we better get out another edition. This one's going to be a sellout for sure.
Where is he? Where is he?
Where is who?
Why, Gold Lake Stoddard, that's who.
There he is.
Oh, it must be Mr. Stoddard.
You Mr. Stoddard?
Yes, my name is Stoddard.
Well, I'm Ed Faversham, the barber.
I'm Mayor Cutts. Slim Perry, owner of the Donneville Hotel.
Beniamino Biancalan, I make it the boot.
Lionel Lawson, I own the Emporium. Shaving a haircut first thing. Make you feel like a new man, Mr. Stoddard. Then some new duds, a complete new outfit.
The new Balaboot.
And a room in my hotel, the finest one I've got, with a clean sheet.
Just a minute, gentlemen. I don't understand all this.
Why we're offering you the hand of friendship, Mr. Stoddard.
You are?
Donneville is proud to have you.
Come on.
We're going to take good care of you.
Mr. Stoddard, would you lift up just a little, please?
Yes, but those are mighty expensive-looking pants.
The best in the house. Gentlemen, please. This is a sharp razor. If I were to cut Mr. Stoddard, I'd never forgive myself.
How does it feel?
Sure comfy. I never had nothing like them before in my whole life. But,
The best the boot the money can buy.
well, that's just the point. But
The other foot, if you please.
Are you going to be all day, Frank? What's your hurry? I want him to sample this cigar. It's the only genuine clear Havana west of the Mississippi. Got them from a drummer who stopped at my hotel on his way to Frisco.
There's nothing in Frisco that you can't find here, Mr. Stoddard. Donneville's a town you'll grow to love.
sure is the friendliest town I ever did see. But
You'll find a box of these in your room at the hotel, Mr. Stoddard.
The Clarion was a sellout, Mr. Stoddard, but I saved the last copy for you.
But it's a clear Havana, Mr. Stoddard, direct from Cuba.
yes, I guess I'm just not used to them.
Look, you didn't ask for any of those things.
No.
They made you take them. In fact, they forced them on you.
That's just the point. I did take them, and I got no way of paying for them.
But you'd be glad to pay them back if and when you made a strike, wouldn't you?
Well, sure.
So they're grub staking you. There's nothing unusual about a miner accepting a grub stake, is it?
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
That's the only way to look at it, Stoddard. Can't you see these people, they're not giving you anything they can't afford. And when you can afford it, you'll pay them back. Now, isn't that right?
Well, I've been prospecting for close on to 30 years without making a strike. But I suppose if I keep at it another 30, I might find some gold. Maybe a whole lake full of it. Then all I gotta do is figure out a way of draining it.
Stoddard, I'm not asking you to say one word that isn't the truth. But if you can keep your mouth shut, say for a month or two, you can live in this town and live like a king. And I'll be able to sell a few newspapers. You see, business hasn't been too good with the Clarion recently.
I see. Well, I don't suppose it would be right of me to do you out of any business, especially after all you've done for me.
Now you're talking.
Mel, Oh, excuse me.
Well, that's all right. I was just leaving, ma'am.
Why, you're Mr. Stoddard.
Well, yes. I guess I do look a mite different.
Carrie, I won't be able to drive you over the valley. I got some headlines to figure out.
Mel, you promised.
I know I promised, but I've got too much work to do. Tom, you're not doing anything. Why don't you drive Carrie over the valley?
Well, I'd be more than happy to. That is, if it's all right with you, ma'am.
Why, I'd be delighted with your company.
Pardon me.
Night, Mel.
Oh, good night, Carrie.
Good night, Mel.
Good night, Stoddard. Headlines, headlines. Stoddard.
Here's your morning paper, Mr. Stoddard.
Well, what am I doing today, sir?
Oh, planning a big smelter right here in Donneville. Going to employ 100 men.
Well. Read it first in the Clarion. Thank you, Sam.
Top of the morning to you, Mr. Stoddard. You too, Sam.
Good morning, Tom.
A wonderful morning to you, Carrie. I'll have my usual, please.
Oh, it's all ready. Everything just the way you like it. 4 eggs boiled exactly 3 3/4 minutes. 8 slices of bacon, crisp, and toast slightly burned at the edges. And coffee, lots of it.
Carrie, you're sure spoiling me. You know, if you're not careful, you're going to find it hard to get rid of me.
Maybe I don't want to, Tom.
Carrie, I want to tell you that.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mel.
How are you today, Mel?
I'm hungry. Carrie, I'll have the same thing he has.
Coming up.
You're the soul of gratitude, aren't you?
Gratitude? How do you mean that?
I'll tell you how I mean it. I build you up from a drink-mooching bum, and you show your appreciation by stealing my girl.
Believe me, Mel, I never intended for anything to turn out the way it has.
Well, it's not too late to change things. We're going to start right away. Now, the first...
Oh, there you are, Stoddard. Good morning, Mel. Now you've had enough breakfast. Come with me. I got something I want to show you. Didn't tell him anything about it, did you, Carrie?
Oh, wait a minute. What is this all about, Joe?
Oh, wait a minute. You'll see. Come on.
Wait a minute. Wait. This is all very confusing. What's going on?
Just wait. You'll find out.
There you are. Well, what is this?
Look. Looks real important, doesn't it?
Well, yes. Yes, it does.
You're putting Donneville on the map, Mr. Stoddard, and this is our way of showing our appreciation.
Wait till you see the inside. Carrie helped us pick the furnishings.
Come on in, look it over.
Yeah, let's go.
Look, he doesn't know what to make of it.
Stoddard Mining Company now open for business.
Business? What business? What do I do here?
Well, you see, it's like this, Mr. Stoddard. The snow will be melting on the mountains pretty soon, and you'll want to be starting operations. Well, dredging a big lake, that takes plenty of money.
Yes, I guess it does.
But we're ready to back you to the hilt. Anderson over at the bank had these stock certificates issued, and we're ready to buy in. All that remains to be done is for you to figure out how much capitalization you'll need. Then we'll know what each share's worth.
No. No, I can't do it.
Look, we know there are plenty of bankers in San Francisco and in the East who want to get in on the deal, but we figured you'd rather do business with your friends.
Oh, you don't have to give us your answer now, Mr. Stoddard. The mayor's throwing a big banquet in your honor tomorrow night, and you can tell us then.
Regardless of your decision, I hope you'll accept my invitation.
Yes, so, all right, I'll be there, I guess.
Well, gentlemen, I think we better all leave. Mr. Stoddard has plenty of work to do.
I hope you'll give our proposition your serious consideration.
Serious consideration. Yes. Yes, of course.
I'd better leave, too. I guess you got lots of things to figure out.
Yes, Carrie. A whole lot of things.
I'll see you later.
Carrie,
Oh. What is it?
can we sit down?
Those old clothes. What happened?
I've come to my senses. That's what's happened. Carrie, I've never been so ashamed of myself in my whole life.
Why?
For being a phony. That's why. There's no lake of gold, Carrie.
I know.
You know?
Well, let's just say I suspicioned it. Ever since that first day when you let Mel walk out of here with your bag of gold. If that had been real, you wouldn't have parted with it so easily. Especially to a man who was a complete stranger to you.
But you've gone along with all this. You let me eat here free. Why, you even picked out some of the furnishings for my office. My office. Why, Carrie?
Well, at first I felt sorry for you and didn't see any harm in letting somebody with nothing get a little something, if it didn't do anybody any harm. And then afterwards, I wanted to see how far you'd let it go.
I let it go too far.
It would only have been too far, Tom, if you'd have never told me.
This here's a stock certificate book, Carrie. And I've gotten written down all the names of folks that's been good to me. So many shares for each of the ones I owe.
Shares of what?
Of anything I ever find. I'm pulling out, Carrie. I'm going back to prospecting.
Tom, don't go. I'll pay the men back whatever you owe them. I've got some savings. We'll manage.
Carrie.
I guess you couldn't, could you?
So long, Carrie.
So long, Tom.
Gold Lake, a hoax. Clarion editor victimized by confidence man Stoddard. Oh, that ought to sell a few papers.
Not even a gold pebble, let alone a whole lake.
And I've been shaving him free ever since he came to Donnyville.
Yet to run him out of town.
Right.
It now appears, however, that no such lake exists, except in the mind of Stoddard, who is now exposed as one of the cleverest promoters who ever built an unsuspecting town.
He's made Donnyville the laughing stock of the whole Motherlode country.
Lynching's too good for him.
Have you seen him?
Where is he?
That's what we want to know.
He's not in his room, but all his new clothes are there.
And he ain't been at Carrie's place since breakfast.
He make it a monkey out of us, that's what he do.
Hey, boys. Sandy said he thinks he saw Stoddard leaving town.
What do you mean? Think you saw?
Well, he had his old clothes on at the time, and I wasn't sure. But it must have been him.
How long ago?
For just a few minutes, he was walking north.
Let's go get to him.
Yeah, let's teach him a lesson.
Yeah, we'll show him they can't make fools out of people.
A man like that's a menace to honest, well-meaning people. Come on, let's get him.
Right.
Sneaking out of town, huh?
Well, yes, I was, George.
Don't you George me, you swindler.
Now, wait a minute. I explained everything to Carrie.
Now, we don't know nothing about Carrie. But tell us, is all this true?
Yes, but it's not the whole story.
It's whole enough for us. Grab him.
Now, wait.
Take him over there.
I admit what I done was wrong.
Well, no time
Please, you've got to understand. I never wanted to cheat anyone.
Is that why you let us feed and clothe you this whole time? And how's you two? The best in my hotel.
laughing at us all the while.
We're giving you something to laugh for.
Please, you've got to let me explain how this all happened.
Never mind the explanations.
Here, start digging.
Digging?
Nobody can say we didn't try to give you a decent burial. For I'll be doggone if we'll dig your grave. Now get that pack off and start digging.
They're gonna hang Stoddard.
Hang him?
Yeah. They're making him dig his grave down at Hangman's Tree. I gotta tell Mr. Harden.
Never mind, I'll tell him. Mel, they're gonna hang Tom Stoddard.
Hanging?
He's digging his grave now at Hangman's Tree. Mel, you've got to tell him the truth.
Harry, I never expected to go this far. Come on.
Deep enough.
Come on, climb out. What do you stand down there for? You'll be in there plenty long enough.
Wait, the deeper I go, the better it gets.
Oh, quit stalling.
Stalling? What I mean is the deeper I go, the richer it gets.
You gone crazy?
Have you ever seen anything like that in your life before, mister?
Slim. Harvey. Stoddard found gold.
A great thing! Look!
They're already burying him.
Harry, I'm sorry.
Found it, Mel. Stoddard's found gold.
Where is he? Where's Stoddard?
It's true, Carrie. Real gold.
It would serve him right if you kept everything you found. You men know what Tom Stoddard did before he left town? He made you all shareholders in anything he found.
You did?
It's the least I could do after you'd all been so nice to me.
You hear that, Harvey? We're all in on the deal.
You better get back to town, Stoddard, and fill out the papers on your claim.
Yeah. And I've got another claim I want to fill out some papers on, too. No hard feelings, Mel.
Me? No, not a bit. You just give me another headline.
And so the hoax of Gold Lake ended up with one of the richest strikes of the Mother Lode.